So I was asked, in addition to our chair, to kind of ham it up once we pass it over to our wonderful, and if you ever doubted that she's in charge, now our priest in charge, Tamsen Whistler. I and a few others from our congregation had the blessing and privilege to attend the choral evensong service at 5 o'clock last week at the cathedral and got to see this really lovely service. It was gorgeous, and to see our very own Tamsen Whistler be recognized and installed as an honorary canon. So I was doing some Google searching because as a person who is not a cradle Episcopalian, there's a lot I don't know, but being a canon is normally a title for people who assist either the dean, if they're part of, I forget what that's called, but I'm sure we'll hear about that, or someone who assists the bishop. But you can also recognize members of the laity or clergy as honorary canons in recognition of significant service or achievements they've made within the church. So to that end, here's a little bit that the diocese had to say about the Reverend Tamsen Whistler. So if you've been around this church at any time since May 1st, 1995, in the past 30 years, the Reverend Tamsen Whistler has served as the rector of Trinity Church in St. Charles, guiding the congregation through significant transitions in spiritual formation, energy, size, and diversity. Her leadership has upheld the church's commitment to God's mission and its historical roots, tracing back to its founding by Jackson Kemper in 1836. Of course, Tamsen has been working longer than that in the Episcopal Church, either as an ordained deacon in 1984 or as a priest since 1985. Tamsen's ministry spans nearly 4 decades with service at Grace Church in Jefferson City, Calvary Church in Columbia, and Trinity Church right here where we sit. There have been numerous leadership roles held by the Reverend Tamsen Whistler within the diocese and the broader Episcopal Church, including being a clerical representative to the Diocesan Council, a member of the Standing Committee, and a deputy and now senior deputy for the General Convention since 2001. Her contributions to committees on congregational vitality, Christian education, and baptism task force underscore her commitment to church growth and education. So whenever we talk about someone who has a lively energy and enthusiasm, we often refer to them as a pistol. I'm happy to say we have upgraded to a cannon. But don't be afraid, because this cannon doesn't have a short fuse.
Okay. And there's only one N in canon.
And there's only one N in this canon. But with that, I'm so privileged and blessed to pass it over to our illustrious, venerable, wonderful Reverend Canon Tamsen E. Whistler, priest in charge here at Trinity Episcopal Church.
I said at 8 o'clock that, where was that, all that stuff in the diocese?
Google search Tamsen Whistler and it just turned up.
It was on the webpage, on their webpage.
Oh, I didn't read it. But anyway, what I said at 8 o'clock, and say it here also, is that it's a tremendous honor to be named a canon of the church. And if I'm being honored for service to the Episcopal Diocese of Missouri and the larger church, 30 of the 41 years that I've been an ordained person are here. And so that means that none of this would have happened without you. So thank you. We can share this honor and also share the fun related to it, the 97 titles, the chair. No, I wrote the bishop a note and just told him how deeply moved I am that he has made me an honorary canon. And I sat in the cathedral a week ago tonight in the front row while they were, the evensong was going on and before they did the actual installation of the canons. And I was sitting in the front row, and I was looking around at the cathedral, and I was thinking about the very first time I went as a delegate to diocesan convention, and that was 1977, which I mentioned to the bishop, and he told me that's the year he was born. But I was sitting there looking, and up here on the right was Trinity Church's banner. And up here on the left was Calvary Columbia's banner. And the very first time I went there as a delegate to diocesan convention, I was from the South Convocation then, from St. John's, Caruthersville, which was blown over in a tornado in 2005 and is no longer here. But behind me back there was Sykeston's banner, and they were part of that group. So it seems as though everything's come full circle. And then so I got the title canon at the cathedral that day, and then as of yesterday, the title for me is priest in charge of Trinity Church and no longer rector, because but I'm still basically your rector. I have a little announcement in the newsletter that'll come out, but the bishop has reappointed me to serve Trinity. The bishop cannot appoint a rector. A rector is a result of a call and a search process. With the permission of the bishop can install a rector, but cannot appoint one. So but he can appoint a priest in charge who can do the things that a rector can do. So last week I was your rector, and today, as of yesterday, I'm your priest in charge. We're going to make this longer than the rest of the service, so I'm not going to do that. But I did want to thank you. I want to thank you for the joy you offer and the love, and as I said, the humor, and this is just a wonderful place to be, and it has been and continues to be a wonderful journey to share with you.